Okay.
神々よ、ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再創期が間もなく訪れます。しかし、本当にそうでしょうか。
最近エルシオンの景色がまぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。
最後の一人になったとしても再創生の偉業を成し遂げてください。
新世界は必ず訪れる。
Hello, Phainon. Show me what.
星々を燃やし尽くす諸行をもたらそう。ピロコニー聖杯戦争開幕。
あなたが私のマスター。燃えたて騎士の魂よ。
What the fuck was this?
もう少し手応えがあると思ったのね。
Archer, but
機を熟した。逃げ場はない。
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
Archery.
開白の黎明が訪れるまで灼熱の太陽を背負い続ける。
死者を花から呼び出して殺し合わせて勝者が全てを手に入れる。
行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
キノコニーの伝説はあれど英雄はいないと。
お任せを。
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって来世に暁を。
Yes. Guys. What the fuck? I am actually
Hey, Mr. Albert?
I'm scared to move it, so I don't.
Albert.
There's more.
And
We didn't see any
whether or
old
not
people.
you have a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome
Wait,
to the version 3.4 for the sun is
there
set
we
to die. Special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
This is what you guys
Rebooting
saw
really does
already
solve
from
all
Phainon?
problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Phainon. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anaxa.
Nice to see all of you again. Did you miss me?
Oh, of course we
I need to
missed
watch that
you.
trailer back again.
Well, dear guests, welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
The burning sky and the fall of dawn.
I actually cannot believe
Akuma
this.
was the last place under Kefali's protection.
The plushie, yeah.
But now it has also sunk into Evernight.
This
All
is the
of our
first time Rita
Chrysosaur
will see someone's
companions did
animation for the
everything in
first
their
time on the
power
live
to buy
stream. Yeah.
precious time for the Trailblazer and Phainon, so they could return the very last core flame to
I'm
the
so
vortex
shocked.
of
I'm sorry.
Genesis.
We already found out the truth. So what do a few
I cannot focus,
sacrifices
wait.
matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Phainon is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks.
Hell
And
yeah.
I think I
will.
even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoreus is about to
Holy
reveal
sh-
itself.
Holy Shit!
Everyone can
Like,
already tell that all that's happened in Amphoreus is
it's
not as
actually
simple as it
crazy.
seems.
I was not expecting this,
Indeed.
honestly.
For
I don't know what I
example,
expected. This
when
was
we
not
went to
something that I
fight
expected.
Aglaea, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed
It
unusually
looks so
high-tech.
good.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akama and the
I
Vortex
do
of
love
Genesis
dedication to
started
putting
showing
Anaxa
strange
only
textures.
with Thomas symmetry.
It was
Yeah.
like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoreus and lay out our suspicions and clues we have. First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoreus' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path
I
of
kind of stopped staring
destruction,
at him.
must be hiding secrets beyond Aranova.
He looks.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious. He and Phainon had a pretty significant conversation in the Vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
He
Could it
says,
be
yeah,
that
Legos.
everything that's happened so far is exactly what he
Legos.
wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does
Don't remember
mean
that. Alexa, give it to
spectator.
me. Yeah.
If we combine this information
just
with
rewatch
what
the
we
trailer,
know
maybe
about the
the most big
relationship
trailer
between the
yet.
scepter and paths,
Damn, I'll rewatch
maybe
it after the
Amphoreus is
stream.
being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this
I
world.
saw Boothill
And Lygus
eventually
is one of them.
Robin.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess,
I don't know if I missed
then
someone.
Amphoreus is a trap to set up
The
a
new
checkmate.
characters, they are
But who
true.
knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's Aranova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices
Aw, the
may
little-
also determine the future
Yeah,
of the
the
universe.
But before the Aranova actually arrives, there's no
yeah.
way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphoreus. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Aranova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Aranova,
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Phainon and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers won't betray the sincerity you've shown them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphoreus. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience
Yeah,
members,
that's the fact.
like
Yeah,
me,
I'm also looking
have
at
some
it.
questions about Phainon. That Phainon we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Well, maybe that Phainon isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4. I've actually got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoreus' true nature.
Before, as I've written was like a storybook.
Yeah,
keeping
Rita, read
record
it.
of our friends' stories. Now, even its appearance has changed. It
will
feels like
read it.
something big is about to happen.
it looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphoreus' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences. In version 3.6, there'll also be a story
So cool.
recap function. Stay tuned! But of course, as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together. and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the
It looks
myriad
so
celestia
good.
that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphoreus and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now.
Flash us. Who's
We'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I
Okay,
can
so
give you a little
that's-
teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song. So don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice.
I can't
Very
wait to
cute,
dive into
but
the new
I
story
hope it's
already.
not a.
Next, why don't we turn our attention to
spoiler
our
thing
good
that I have
friend
to-
Phainon and take a look at his story together.
That I have to skip before. There he is. Okay, guys. I need. That's all in all. That's all.
What in the world happened to Phainon to make him change this much?
That's a
This
goddamn
is nothing
boss.
like the warm, sunny person we all know. Now he seems
That's a whole.
strange and formidable.
Oh, could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphoreus. Phainon was one of the first Chrysos heirs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Phainon carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaea's hand-picked
I
successor
understand why
of
you
the
want
flame
him
chase journey.
E6 now.
Aglaea even used her own
E6 day
death
one, amen.
to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Phainon to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the deliverer of Amphoreus. Even Cipher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was Phainon like before he joined the flame chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the flame chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small, remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds
reminded
like
me
a
of
real
Leeway.
peaceful place.
It was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies.
Ooh.
When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies.
That's really
When I
pretty.
wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our, swordsmanship. When we got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. Lying there surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me
To
excited.
the point you still
And
wouldn't be
guess
shocked, yeah.
what? You won't have
This
to
is-
imagine for long.
God,
In version
this is
3.4,
crazy.
we get to explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Phainon's past, how he became a warrior, joined the flame chase, and
I am
grow into the person he
I'm
is
trying
today.
to. I'm focusing on the stream, but it's kind of hard after I witnessed.
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying
am
everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
I am
These
so
days,
speechless.
Phainon just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press
Stop
on no
looking at his
matter how
attitude,
exhausted,
no.
just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Let me be.
Amphoreus needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, So that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Phainon's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the
they
era
need to
Nova,
put
the
subtitles.
prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphoreus are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Phainon make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul.
Yeah,
I'm more than ready.
Well said. Then, let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Phainon performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Phainon can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Phainon will deal even more
I think
damage.
that one is Phainon.
When I use my ultimate, I'll
Oh my
create a
God.
territory and transform.
After transforming, Phainon powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action, while he faces the enemy head-on with new.
This is crazy. This is crazy that this is playable.
Way too risky.
This is crazy that this is actually playable. I am so shocked about it.
Teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly.
10K.
After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power
Holy
of the
shit.
Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up,
This
Phainon
is
will
crazy.
unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Phainon's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Phainon instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait.
Wow, I don't need Ankara.
Of course, power comes with a cost. This technique
It's the kill
consumes
that
2
I will
technique
actually
points.
have.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Phainon's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
When I use my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
All right. Now that we've wrapped up Phainon's combat abilities, it's time to bring
I
you
would
some
love to
updates
have him
on a
E6.
few familiar faces. In version 3.4,
This is like, I really want to have him
Silverwolf,
E6.
Blade, Kafka, and Jing Liu are all getting some serious enhancements.
Let's go!
Kafka.
Oh, Mr.
Yes,
Albert, please do tell
yes.
us what's changing.
Let's start with Silverwolf.
Silverwolf!
After the optimizations, her
His
ultimate
E2 is
now
insane,
lowers
maybe
the
the most
defense
insane.
of all enemies instead of just one.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup.
That's a Kafka.
On top of that,
Yeah,
Silverwolf
sure,
will
huh?
regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
Yes.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs,
That's really good.
and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After the update, he will deal damage to
Lady
enemies
boy.
based on his max HP. When
Kafka
Blade
back.
enters the Hellscape state,
Kafka is
he's
back.
more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on
I
her
forgot that
max
she's
HP.
also-
Each time a teammate loses HP, Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You
Oh.
can switch between our friends' ability modes freely, so choose whichever version
nice.
you like best. For more details, be sure to keep
Oh,
an
why-
eye
why-
out for
why would you?
official announcements.
Sounds good.
Aside from the ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive,
Firefly!
is making its debut.
Hi, Grandpa.
Look at that.
Showtime.
Ooh, let's take a look at the video clip first.
This is only for Vina. I don't
With
see
her
difference.
school uniform on, Firefly
sorry.
looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest. You can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Yeah,
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
yeah, that was Sam.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an art for style.
She's
Used to
cute,
talk
but
a lot about it
since I
behind
don't
the
have her, I
scenes.
kinda don't see.
Even her
the-
mech's had a makeover.
It's
You
the
think
same
she spruces
color
it up during
palette,
downtime to match her
right?
outfit changes?
It's kind of okay.
Oh, totally possible.
It's cute.
If
She's
I
cute.
had a
It's
mech,
just
I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors.
if it's
The
free.
whole look has
yeah.
to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric Shard.
I'm still waiting for my
And
Kafka.
again, please stay tuned for further
It's not
details
giving. It's not
and
giving to
future
have.
official
I'm telling you, I
announcements.
kinda barely see the
Next,
difference.
let's take a look at this version's badge. In version 3.4's first half,
His
World
light
Event, World
gone.
Legends can acquire the limited 5-star character.
Hello?
Phainon, and the limited 5-star light cone, thus burns the dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page, is being added to the first half banner. At the same
Ooh,
time,
okay.
we'll also kick off a
That's
special
really nice.
warp event. The limited 5-star characters,
Fucking Tribby.
Sunday, and Sparkle
Okay,
are
Sunday.
coming back. Plus, 5-star light cones if time were a flower, a grounded
And Sparkle,
ascent,
okay.
and earthly escapade will
Jesus.
return as well.
The
In the
leak
second
was
half
right.
of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones.
Where's
Whereabouts
Kafka?
your dreams rest.
Oh,
I
true!
shall be my own sword. And
You
the
guys told me that
unreachable side.
Kafka is gonna be.
Two of our newly buffed
There's
old
Blade.
friends are making a
Is she getting
comeback in this version.
in the store.
What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5. And the limited 5-star light cones, Patience is All You Need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
Nice!
Also, 8 new 4-star light cones will be added to the Nameless Honor Rewards in version 3.4.
Ah, I see quite a few
Ooh, that
familiar
one.
faces on the left.
That's why it's so good. The
There are a few
Phainons.
mini versions of Chrysos heirs.
Looks like Phainon really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
They provide
Nature's
help for you.
mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
So
All
that was
right,
just for the.
let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
The line cons are always really cute. Oh my god. Flash us more! Goddamn wind. Guys, I'm not doing well, honestly. Yeah. You know... Yeah, 3.5 is gonna be the Heiselin and Kafka. But I think I will have to skip Kafka if she's on the banner. Because I will be wishing for Phainon. I will need the new DOT character. I don't know if I'll have enough for Kafka. I'm lucky that she's if Kafka is in the story, you won't have to wish for her. Yeah, you'll possibly get her once a year. Yeah, at least something. Yeah. Just 4 years to get her completed.
Let's take a look at the events in this version.
Okay, the birds.
Piece of good news comes from
Wait, is this go-up?
at the other end of the cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
Is that the cute match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote
bet
this
your ass
arcade
we're gonna
game
play this.
full of Pentaconian flavor
The same with them.
throughout the whole cosmos.
Play the last. Oh
and
yeah.
the first step to starting that
We'll not.
grand
We'll
venture
play it on
will be
time.
to open up the original shop arcade.
I don't like that much.
Blazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to
Burrito
be
is
some new
last
game
place
modes
again.
for
What do
the
you mean?
game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting
gonna
on the same
destroy
field,
all of you
and every
now.
player has a set number of moves. You can
I
eliminate
will
4
I will
more
download
fruits to
Candy
form
Crush
bombs
just
and
for this,
obtain
so I can
extra
warm up.
moves.
You can
Yeah.
also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
Guns N' Roses.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do
Where's that
open
together?
challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird
If
Clash
Honkai ships
will
them,
replace
as they
the Shield
should.
Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
All right, let us continue with more
They have
version
nothing to do
content.
with each other.
Our old
so they can
friend
put it
Gets of
together.
Odyssey returns as
Nom
usual in
nom.
version 3.4.
Thank you very much.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return.
Yeah, the Pepsi
Complete
quest
the
with them
challenges
existed.
to get
That
double
quest.
rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for wind characters upon completing the challenge.
At the same time, the planar ornaments,
Oh.
Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and
That's good.
Revelry by
Not
the
very
Sea
effective.
will
Ah.
also come online. Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Ugh, why did my seat collapse?
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual
I'm slipping
Hoyo
second
Fest
floor, yeah.
Off-White exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
That's right. We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
Guys, let's go to Los
A special panel
Angeles.
for Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime Expo.
Trash
featuring
taste!
Several special guests.
Please keep an eye out for more info and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind
Okay.
introductions. Let me
Trash
see.
taste.
We're almost out of time.
They're the
Moving on to our next
podcasters,
show
but
in just a second.
individual
You
creators.
seem mighty busy, Owlbert.
Well, I am a professional
That's
super
crazy that they
What's
got.
going on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
Hey, what's going
I love
on?
how you said let's go to
Not
Angela so
yet.
defeated. Yeah. I was not expecting this, but also I was. Because I had questions.
Welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate's Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Ah, long time no see, everyone. I'm Aventurine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill. At your
It's
service.
just an event character.
Welcome, both of you.
Sorry,
I,
Tom.
Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Oh, son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Wow. Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but I have no idea where old Odie got his Holy Grail from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle. And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort. How are they gonna attract tourists if they don't have any events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate, so if someone gets caught in the crossfire.
Rest assured, everyone, the Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
They make huge budget for this event.
All right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Penacony's superstar, the Soul-Glad Festivity, our dear Trailblazer will be participating.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
Yeah, so Robin.
As another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boodle will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boodle really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course! Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber, Archer, and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about. I wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the Trailblazer.
I thought they were gonna show
this is how you
show Lancer. I was hoping they're gonna show
get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, and who will forge a contract.
We saw him in the trailer.
Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams, and the Holy Grail.
I'm gonna build Archer. I'm gonna also
officially
build Archer, definitely.
On July 11th. So keep an eye out for it. Now let's learn more about Saber and Archer, our 2 heroic spirits from another world.
Oh, yes!
Yeah. Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
Exactly right. The King of Night's new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains her iconic blue and white colors.
And her iconic ahoge.
That's right. It retains the nobility of a king.
Yeah, Jade.
And also emphasizes utility
Jade, Robin,
for a warrior.
Aventuring, and
the lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, but the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
Didn't show her card, yeah, they didn't. Oh. Wow!
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Jesus, was longer.
Talk about fancy
I'm just not vibing with this one.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face?
I'm sorry,
Even in
everything.
Penacony.
Well, looks like Penaconian food is
After
very much
seeing
to her liking.
Phainon's
That's
animations, I'm a little
Can't
bit.
fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Yeah,
Saber
show
is
me.
a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
In other words, you
She
need to
uses
accumulate
basic
as much
affection.
core resonance as possible
build.
to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to
It's just
form
underwhelming.
Strike
It
Air,
kind of is for
Hammer
me
of the
too,
Wind
but she's
King,
really pretty. I
dealing a
like her. It's
devastating
just like,
blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber
You
will
can tell
deal
by me
damage
being
to
just
all
silent.
enemies and turn her basic attack into enhanced basic attack. Her enhanced basic attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming
they
core
recollab with
resonance
a Saber and
exceeds
give
the
her
amount of energy she
family
needs to use her
new
ultimate,
outfit, yeah.
Saber will immediately take action.
Ah, so if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right. Not only does this sword bear the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle.
I don't know how
All right,
Archer
that
outmoving her
concludes
hard.
Saber's introduction. Now we'll
25
move
bingo.
on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
There he is.
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right. Director, show us the game footage already.
Ah, there he is. Ah, he's cool.
I am the bone of my soul. Unlimited blade works.
So cool.
So that's Unlimited Blade Works? Oh, quite impressive indeed.
Yeah,
After all,
yeah.
Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword.
The fact that he's
sure
free,
brings
yeah.
back a lot of memories.
I agree.
Thank God. Thank God
Well,
he's
then,
free.
let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat.
That was
That's
so
pretty
hard. That was
gutsy, I'll
pretty
give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off
the
on
spark
his
was gonna
marksmanship
be? Oh.
training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state,
I first
Archer's
realized they're
turn will
quantum
not end
character.
after
Thanks.
he uses his skill, and he can continue to use his skill until he
damn.
runs out of skill points.
Heads up. The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer deals to enemies. After all, everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter who can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate Unlimited Blade Wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him Special Charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume Special Charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blade.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain Special Charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have big news for everyone. From when the collab event starts on July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star collab character Archer for free.
Yes!
Awesome!
We hope that under Archer's protection,
that's really
every
good.
adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the
No
dark
way!
clouds and become a saga sung throughout the
He's
cosmos.
free!
We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast
for these
universe
divas.
will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
Awesome.
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet. Besides claiming Archer for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters to level up after all.
All right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the collab starts on July 11th,
Free
Trailblazers
Siren?
can use Star Rail
I
special
don't know.
passes in the character collaboration warps
Hopefully.
Excalibur Excelsior
Phainon.
and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star
There's gonna be another
characters,
free
Saber and
5-star.
Archer respectively.
Interesting. Until
In
the end of
Light
the
Cone
year.
collaboration warp,
But
Trailblazers
God
will
knows
get the
when
limited
then.
5-star Light Cone, a thankless coronation from Birth of a King, and the limited 5-star Light Cone, the Hell Where Ideals Burn, from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character
love his
collaboration
Light
warp
Cone.
banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners. But neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
Free
It's worth
5-star Mr.
mentioning here that
Raka.
the character and Light Cone
Imagine.
collab banners will stay open long-term after the event starts.
Does long term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer,
Maybe
and the limited
3.5
5-star
one
Light
day.
Cones?
Update the store.
Exactly. These collab banners will run across
free
multiple
for
versions
couples,
with
whoever.
no fixed end date yet.
Oh, they said one more
And
5-star
here's
character.
one more piece of news for you all.
I don't know if there's
From
gonna
the
be like you
entire
need to choose.
duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend a designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Light Cone, the Hell Where Ideals Burn.
Throughout all of version 3.4? In other words, after the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Phainon or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
That means that we will manage to get
And now, as the collab kicks off, the voice
Extra
actors for
200
Saber and
pulls.
Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be
Oh,
back
that's
to hear
great.
their
Spend
special
200 for
messages.
Phainon and get Archer Lycon, yes.
これから
You
マ
get
スター
that.
になる
You
開
get...
拓者の皆さん
Sorry to
こんばん
fuck up.
は
We will have
セーバー
enough.
役のカスメヤコです崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで私もとてもワクワクしています
I'll
この
have
2
enough.
つの作品
Will
は
you?
どこか
As
似
you
ているも
should.
の
As
が
you
あるな
should.
と感じました剣を手に
Yes,
運命と
Rampag,
立
if
ち
you
向かう
spend
セーバーの姿は
200
厳しい
wishes
冒険の
on
中でも
in
前へと
3.4
進み続ける
3.4
開拓者の
banner,
姿と似てい
any
るのではない
banner,
かなと思いま
you
した
get the special
収
special
録
things
中
that
は
you
フェ
claim
イトとスターレールの世界
the
観が混ざり
Archer's
合い
5-star
新たな魅力が
Lycon.
生まれていくのを感じました
Anywhere, yeah,
あまり
anywhere
多くは
200
話せないのです
wishes.
がセーバーがスターレールの
Limited
世界
banner
でどのように信念と理想を貫いていく
Yeah,
の
not
か
standard,
ぜひ
yeah,
お
yeah,
楽しみ
just
ください
limited.
このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しい
And
で
you
す
better get 3 Archer Lycon.
星
That's
々と聖杯が交
crazy.
わる旅の中であなただけの
God,
熱い
they
思い
really
とロマ
said
ンに
build
出会えます
Archer,
よう
yeah.
にそれ
And
では
I
最後に
will.
開拓者よあなたが私のマスターか
48 pulls right now. Chop chop.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こ
That
んば
is
んは。
actually
フェ
crazy.
イトステイ
We're
ナイ
gonna
ト
get
でアーチャーを担当しております。声優の
cool.
諏
That's
訪
so
部純一で
good.
す。
Okay.
崩壊スターレイルと
I
フェ
didn't
イトス
listen
テイ
what
ナ
they
イ
were
ト
saying.
ア
I
ン
mean,
リ
I
ミテッ
didn't
ド
read.
ブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、
Easy to
ティ
grab
ノコニ
because
で
you
繰
have
り広げられ
the
る聖
whole
杯戦争は彼に
3.4.
とってこれまでとは全く
Patch
違
for
うも
them.
のになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦
Eating
う
good.
姿が見られ
This
る
was
の
a
が
fine
本当に
meal.
楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義してい
This
くの
is
か、
nice.
その行方をぜひ見届けてください。
Especially seeing better than I thought.
収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとっ ても
I was getting ready
かっ
to
こよ
use
かったです
scope icons for
いや
Archer
気に入りました
and
素晴
Nay
らしかったです今回の
Now
コラボ
reset
企画
top
の
up
中で
again
もアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので絶対にプレイしてくださいねこれはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ
All right. Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Face Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our
that's all.
sincere
This
gratitude
should
to
be the
Mr.
end.
Kinoko Nasu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy
Damn,
Grail
Adventure.
War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also
You'll bring
prepared another
us a joy.
combat-filled program, Fate's Day Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Oh, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
Don't act like you
After the sweet
don't
dreams
act
of the
like
Holy
you
Grail
don't know
War
each
tournament,
other that well.
The genius
Luzgil.
Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail.
Just say he's your lover.
Now, the Grail can load the simulated
Kafka
data
versus
of past
Castorice.
striders
The
through the
fuck am I
user's
saying?
memories. So in Fate
Kafka, what?
Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends.
Not the Yakshin winning. This is funny.
V1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Oh,
Is there a
that
smart
was
way
beautiful.
to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them.
Oh, that
The
was
higher the
beautiful.
piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class,
And being
and you
Saber is so
activate
funny.
special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get 3 command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell! Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra
It's
buff.
player.
The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up
Corrupted,
your
I
enemies.
know.
So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate's Day Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Oh, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fates Unite Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblazer Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fates Day Night. The Fates Day Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome!
Oh,
So much
yes.
content!
Wait,
All
we'll see.
right.
I don't know how
Big
much.
thanks
we'll
again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Dirty pools, please. The fuck was that?